Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Alright, so today we're going to talk about simplifying fractions. You've done some of that on the homework that was due last week. They were obvious common ones that you could do in your head. So hopefully you did, because they were fairly easy. Now, simplifying fractions means they have no common factors other than 1. Now, you could all tell me 4/8 equals 1/2. You could all tell me 6/9 equals 2/3. I believe both of those were on your homework you did from last week, and the majority of you got it done correctly. But how do I know that 2/3 is in lowest terms, in simplest form? Well, I can check all the factors. Let's figure out first how we got from 6/9 to 2/3. If I have the fraction 6/9, and I want to see if it's in lowest terms, I'm going to list all my factors of 6 and all my factors of 9. Okay, I'm always going to start with 1 and 6. Anything else that has any other factors of 6? Obviously 1 times 6 and 2 times 3. Very good, for those of you awake. I like it. I like it. Factors of 9. Obviously we're going to start with 1 and 9. And then what? 3 and 3. I'm glad you're all paying such close attention, because you're going to have to do this. Probably tomorrow, maybe, situation, stuff like that. Then we look, and we find, Molly, what do they have in common that's on this list and this list? Not Molly. Sally. Sorry. Good, they have the 1 in common. Anything else? They have a 3 in common. Anything else? So they have a 1 in common and a 3 in common. Since they have something other than 1, that tells me it's not in lowest terms. My greatest common factor, the biggest one they have in common, is 3. Once I know my greatest common factor, I need to divide both my numerator and denominator by that factor. Now, why does he write that big crazy looking thing behind when he's dividing by 3/3? Well, because the fraction 3/3 equals 1. And if you're dividing something by 1, you're not changing the value. I'm just changing the way it's written. Like 4/4 equals $1. Like 60 minutes equals an hour. I'm just changing the way it's written. Like Friday's the 1st of November.
Wait. Sorry.
And then
I messed up on my date.
when you're dividing, I just divide straight across. 6 divided by 3 is? 2. Thank you. Woo. 9 divided by 3 is? 3. That tells me these fractions are equivalent, and 2/3 is in simplest form. I could do the same thing for 4/8. Once I find my eraser. Somebody steal my... I did it. I did it. How was 2/3 what? Okay, well, we're not done. Let's look at the fraction 4/8. Fraction 4/8. We're not playing with our bag. I'm going to list all my factors of 4. And we know how to list factors. We've done that before when we found prime factors. When we were doing prime and composite numbers. And I'm going to list all my factors of 8. All my factors of 4 and all my factors of 8. So, Owen, what are my factors of 4?
1 times 4 and 2 times 2.
2 times 2. What else? Say nothing else.
Nothing.
Oh, good. Eden, my factors of 8.
1, 2 times 4. 1 times 8.
Awesome. What else? Good, nothing else. 3 times 6 does not equal 8. Reagan, what do they have in common?
1 and 2.
Okay, they have a 1 in common. They have a 2 in common. Anything else?
No.
4 in common. Anything else?
No.
No. So my greatest common factor is 4. So if I divide both my numerator and denominator by that greatest common factor, Emmeline, 4 divided by 4 is?
4 divided by 4
Is 1. And 8 divided by 4 is? 2. So 4/8 is equivalent to 1/2. 4/8 is equivalent to 1/2. Let's look at one more and then I'm going to give you guys a chance to practice. Let's take the problem.
Whoa.
6/30. So now we need to list all the factors of 6. You know what really helps us when we have to do this? You're right, Jude. Our divisibility rules are very handy when we have to list the factors of a number. Man, that Jude is on target today. Ireland, what are the factors of 6?
1 and 2 and 3.
Okay, what else?
1 and 6.
What else?
Nothing else.
Nothing else. Samara, what are the factors of 30?
1 and 30. 5 and 6. 3 and 9. 2 and 15.
15. See our divisibility rules. We know it's divisible by 5 because it ends in a 0. We know it's divisible by 10 because it ends in a 0. It's divisible by 3 because the sum of the digits is 3, which is a multiple of 3. 2, it's divisible by, so pretty easy. Since it's divisible by both 2 and 3, it's divisible by 6. All right, our common factors. Oh, let's call on, I don't know. All right, crew, what do they have in common?
1, 2, 6, and 3.
1, 2, 6, and 3. Lillian, what is my greatest common factor? The biggest one they have in common? 6. So if I divide both my numerator and denominator by 6, what do I get, Isaac? 6 divided by 6 is
1.
1. 30 divided by 6 is
6. No, 5.
5. So 6/30ths and 1/5 are the same. 6/30ths and 1/5 have the same value. If Eden took a test and had 30 questions, she got 6 right. And Logan took a test, had 5 questions, he got 1 right. They'd have the exact same grade, 20%. Way to go, Eden. Way to go. My goodness.
6:30 and you got.
All right, we're going to pause here for station identification. We're going to put some notes in our journal, and then I'm going to give you some problems to practice.
Dad, Well, we only have.
All right, while my class is gluing their notes in their journal, after they glue their notes in their journal, they're going to solve these and simplify them to lowest terms. You at home, do that as well. And then when I start the video back up, I'll call on people to get them correct.
Help me, Lord.
Thank you.
We have to do it in our.
Don't go anywhere.
Ooh, I need.
And we're back. So we need to simplify these fractions. We're going to start with the fraction 4/10. Luckily, we'd already listed all the factors of 4 earlier. But for those that don't remember, we're going to go through it again. Our factors of 4. Emmeline, what are my factors of 4? Awesome. 1 times 4 and 2 times 2. Those are my factors of 4. So that's my numerator. Need to check my denominator, which is 10. Isaac, what are my factors of 10?
1 times 10 is 10. 2 times 5 is 10.
Excellent. McKenna, what do they have in common?
2 and 1.
They have a 2 in common and a 1 in common. So since they have something other than 1 in common, that means I can simplify by that greatest common factor, which is 2. So if I divide both my numerator and denominator by 2, let's see, Logan, what does that fraction simplify down to? 4/10 simplifies down to?
2/5.
2/5. Thank you, Logans. Evidently, I now all of a sudden have 2 Logans in my class.
Yes.
So 2/5. Same value. Same value. Now we're going to simplify 8/12. I need my factors of 8 and my factors of 12. Factors of 8 and my factors of 12. Debbie, what do you got for 8?
1 8.
1 times 8.
2 times 8.
2 times 4.
4 times 2.
4 times 2. That's it. You're good. So it has these 4 factors. My factors of 12. Trent, give me my factors of 12. 1 times 12. Rock on, dude.
Yeah.
What else?
2 times 6.
2 times 6. Rock on, dude. 3 times 4. Rock on, dude. Good job, that's it. Good. Gigi, what do they have in common?
1 and 1.
Okay, they both have a 1 in common.
2.
They both have a 2.
4.
They both have a 4.
That's it.
That is it. Sebastian, what does 8/12 simplify down to?
2/3.
2/3. If I take my greatest common factor, which is 4, I divide both my numerator and denominator by 4, then it simplifies down to 2/3. And it simplifies down to 2/3. It does. It does. Man, I have so many smart kids in here. And I've called on all of them. No, I don't have to call on you. You answer when I don't call on you. All right, 24 30ths. Oh, we've even done 30 before also today, huh? Man, we've done 30 today too. You want to try 24? Yep, no, maybe, no, yeah. All right, 24. All right,
6 and 4.
6 and 4, good. 8 and 3, good.
12 and 2.
12 and 2, good. That's it, good. Hudson, the factors of 30.
Oh gosh.
Oh gosh.
1, 30. 2, 15. 5 and 6.
Okay.
3 and 10.
I'll see if I can get you to answer 7. 1, 2, 3, not 4, not 5, 6. That's it, good. And Richard, what do they have in common?
1,
Okay, they have 1 in common.
6,
They have 6 in common.
2,
They have 2 in common.
3,
They have 3 in common.
no more.
Ireland, what is the greatest common factor?
6.
6. So if I divide both of these by 6, Kale, what is my simplified fraction?
You haven't called on me yet. Call on me now.
What's 24 divided by 6? 24 divided by 6 is? 30 divided by 6 is? One more. One more. And I'm going to call on my friend Owen to help me with this one. Because Owen noticed something when he was doing this one.
Same.
Alright.
Owen, my factor's a 7.
1, 7.
1 and 7. It's prime, so it only has those 2. Owen, my factor's a 10.
2 5
2, 5.
and 1 10.
1 and 10. Owen, what do they have in common?
1.
Remember our definition said they must have a factor other than 1 in common. Otherwise, it's already in simplest form. So this is already in simplest form. 7/10 equals 7/10. I can't make it any simpler. I'm just saying. Boom, shakalaka, peace out, God bless, love you, do something kind today, save the bees,
Save the bees.
please subscribe.